Guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I am breaking out so badly. If you know any natural homemade remedies that I can use, please go ahead and suggest it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, in today's video we have the former VP who attended the women's conference. I don't know what to call it, but she attended some women's meeting like a few days ago, and she finally got to say what we've always expected or wanted to hear from her. But she didn't say it like that. She didn't say it bluntly like that. She said it like she swore that she never wanted to say like I told you so, but I think she said it in a very diplomatic way, in a very professional way, where she said it. Okay, I'm glad she did, even though she didn't sound like she was talking about it. She said it, and I'm glad she did. So I'm gonna play this video and the reactions it got on TikTok. So make sure you engage. Tell me what you think about this video. This video got some negative responses, reactions, and some positive ones. I don't know, but I think, and I'm glad that she had to say, she said it, finally. Though she didn't, I would have loved it if she had said it like straight face, like I told you so. Watch this clip, and I'm gonna come back at the end of this video giving out my own 2 cents.
We're saying people stay quiet. We are seeing organizations stay quiet. We are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country. And it understandably creates a great sense of fear. Because, there were many things that we knew would happen. Many things. I'm not here to say I told you so. I'll say this, fear has a way of being contagious.
Yeah.
Okay. When one person has fear, it has a way of spreading to those around them and spreading. And we are witnessing that, no doubt. But I say this also, my dear friends. Courage is also contagious. Courage is also contagious.
So we've had 2 sightings of Vice President Kamala Harris in the last 2 days, and I'm grateful. The first one is when she gave props to Cory Booker for sitting on the Senate floor for 24 hours, breaking that filibuster record, and also fighting to preserve democracy, fighting for those who need Medicaid, fighting for those who need SNAP benefits. So shout out to Cory Booker, and shout out for Kamala Harris for popping her head out from this. But again, she was just spotted at this women's leading conference. And she just had to say it.
There were many things that we knew would happen. Many things. I'm not here to say I told you so.
And rightfully so, because she did tell you so. But one thing that I want to highlight is the fact that Kamala Harris doesn't owe us shit. But she still decided, after taking a hiatus for 2.5 months, because it ain't even been 3, 2.5 months to pop her head out to continue to encourage people. Because one thing that I want to highlight is the fact that she said that fear is contagious, but so is courage. And we really missed out on true leadership and what this country could have been had she been president. And let me say this in closing, because I know you motherfuckers are so predictable. Let me put the mic on the camera so y'all can hear me. For everybody who constantly been asking about where's Kamala, and the pro-Palestine people and the never Kamalas, and the people who decided to vote for third party or sit on their motherfucking ass, who's been begging Kamala Harris to stick her head out the ground, let me tell you this. She doesn't owe you shit. And now that we're going to see more of Kamala Harris, because I'm sure there's going to be more sightings of her, she's going to be more visible. I don't want to hear y'all, don't come back now that we're in trouble. Don't try to come back. Don't, because it's so predictable. Y'all been calling on Kamala. And now that she's back, I don't want to hear you talking from both sides of your neck saying she needs to go away. Because you're racist pieces of shit, and you're the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in.
Not Kamala saying, I didn't come here to tell you I told you so. But to be fair to her, that was after she had a much more dignified way of saying it. She said, there were many things that we knew would happen. And then she proceeded to laugh and say, I didn't come here to say I told you so. I swear I wasn't going to say it. You know what, Kamala? Talk your shit. Say what you want to say. If you want to go on an I told you so tour, go. Also, she looked great. It was great seeing her. She looked rested. She looked good. But I'm just going to say this. Because occasionally I continue to see people asking, where's Kamala? She should be doing more. She should be out fighting. Why? She tried to save us. If she decides that she no longer wants to be in the public eye, doesn't want to do politics, that's her damn business. She tried to save us. So stop asking the question. If she want to pop out every now and then and give a speech, love that for her. But if she doesn't, that's her business.
You know what, Kamala Harris? If you want to be petty, if you want to tell people, I told you so, I would not blame you, because we are literally in a point in history, and I'm going to share that clip of what she said today so that you all can see it too. But we are at a point in history where we're witnessing stocks plummet to one of the lowest points in history, which is ironic because people said that they voted against Kamala Harris because they were voting in favor of the economy. And we were literally told what would happen with the terrorists. We were literally told about what was happening in terms of the scapegoating that was going on. And people had the audacity to say that she was not qualified when she was one of the most, if not the most qualified candidate for the highest office of this country. She did tell us. She literally told us all the things while also providing plans for how to help the situation. And people ultimately decided to go ahead and vote the way that they did. But we're in an interesting point in history, because something that didn't get played in the clip that I just shared is where she talked about courage being contagious as well, and that it not just being about fear, and that we have an opportunity as people to come together and to be able to go ahead and do something, right? To use our voices, to use our platforms to support each other as we navigate this as well. And people are going to realize what they were meant to realize. It's part of this period, as America's also going through this reckoning, this karmic cycle of sorts, and realizing what we could have had. But here we are. Still here for this, okay? Still here for that. And if you are also part of that, go ahead and follow for more.
Kamala Harris is better than me. Y'all see how she's talking about I'm not here to say I told you so? Oh, I would wait for this country to fucking crash. I would wait for this shit to burn and fucking brimstone. And I would post a cute picture of me drinking a Mai Tai in Hawaii, bitch. Oh my God. I'm not here to say I told you so. You just voted for a concept of a plan over me who wanted to stop price gouging, and now you want to complain about prices? Ooh, bitch. Ooh. Oh my God, this is why I can never be a politician. I would be cussing every one of you dirty thin lids out. Oh my God. I would have to walk around with toilet paper how frequently I'm shitting on you hoes. Oh my God. You hoes would never hear the end of me. You'd be sick of me. Oh my God, you'd be sick of me. You would be in the infirmary because of me. Are you kidding me? I told you so. 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 Oh, if you look in the past, you can see me telling you so. If you look in the future, you can see me telling you so. If you look at me now, you can see me telling you so. Oh my God. Oh, she's better than me.
Me not feeling lazy on a Saturday afternoon, I just went straight to GPT and asked it to say, give me full details of Kamala Harris, or what Kamala Harris said would happen to the United States of America's economy if Donald Trump became president. And listen to this, okay? So during the 2024 presidential campaign, Vice President Kamala Harris expressed concerns that Donald Trump's proposed economic policies could have detrimental effects on the U.S. economy. She warned that his plans might lead to increased inflation and potentially trigger a recession. In a speech at the Economic Club of Pittsburgh on September 25th, 2024, Harris stated that top economists had assessed Trump's plan and concluded it would increase inflation and invite a recession by the middle of next year, meaning this year 2025. Okay, Harris also criticized Trump's intentions to implement substantial tariffs on foreign goods. We are seeing that happening right now, arguing that such measures would raise costs of American consumers and businesses. Her campaign cautioned that these policies could bring chaos to economic markets, raise costs of working families, and send inflation skyrocketing. Additionally, Harris highlighted concerns about Trump's approach of democratic institutions and the rule of law, suggesting that his pattern of disregard for democracy could undermine economic stability. Her campaign urged that a president who targets individuals and companies could have a devastating impact on the investment confidence crucial for economic growth. In contrast, Harris proposed raising corporate taxes to fund domestic programs aiming to create an opportunity economy focused on lowering costs and expanding opportunities for the middle class. She emphasized the need for wealthiest individuals and corporates to pay their fair share to support economic initiative. These statements reflect Harris's position that Trump's economic policies could harm the U.S. economy through increased inflation, potential recession, and instability, while her own plans aim to promote economic growth through equitable taxation and investment in domestic programs. Let's talk about this. Personally, I think former VP had every right to say what she said, and I think she should have just said it straight face, like I told you so, because she did. Of course she did. And I'm gonna say this, what they say about you never appreciate, no, it's a saying, I think it goes like not appreciating something that you have until it goes. I mean, let me look that up. I've forgotten what it says really. You don't know what you have until it's gone. She told you so. She told you so. And she stood there on that stage. I think her entire speech should have been on the I told you so. After every speech she gives, every word I told you so shouldn't have been lacking. If I was her, I'm glad I'm not her, because I would have made it clear that I told you so. Okay, I mean, if she spent her 30 minutes on that stage, 20 minutes should have been on the I told you so part, and the rest of maybe 5 minutes would have been on encouraging each and everyone out there, like it's never too late, things can be fixed and all that. And the other 5% would have been spent on talking about how she's planning on how she's going to spend the rest of the coming 4 years under President Trump. Okay, so yeah, I think there's not much commentary to be added on this video, unless you've got something to say. I know you're gonna say, no, she wasn't even black, because I get that a lot in the comments. I know people come for me every time I talk about Kamala Harris. But I mean, are you happy with what is happening right now? Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Please stay here.